Hello there, and welcome to What If Yoda and Darth Plagueis Went to Naboo in The Phantom Menace. We begin in the year 32 BBY. The events of The Phantom Menace unfold almost as we know them, but something is different this time. Master Yoda, trusting in the instincts of Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, secretly travels to Naboo without informing the Jedi Council. He senses that the conflict may hold more danger than the Council is willing to admit. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, Darth Plagueis also senses that the battle on Naboo may not go in the Sith's favor. If his Sith assassin, Darth Maul, fails, the Sith's decade-long plan could fall apart. Not willing to take that risk, Plagueis travels to Naboo in secret. The battle progresses just as before. Naboo's forces rally. Anakin Skywalker, with help from R2-D2, finds himself in the middle of the space battle above, but deep inside the Theed Royal Palace, events begin to diverge. In the hangar, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi confront Darth Maul, but this time, Yoda is with them. As Maul ignites his double-bladed lightsaber, another shadow appears, Darth Plagueis, stepping forward to stand beside Maul. The battle that follows is fierce and unprecedented. Lightsabers clash in a whirlwind of power, wisdom, and fury. 3 Jedi against 2 Sith, yet these are no ordinary Sith. Plagueis, master of manipulation and power, holds his own even against Yoda, and Maul fights with unmatched aggression. The duel stretches on, neither side able to gain the upper hand. Eventually, Plagueis realizes that this battle will end in a stalemate. Or worse, in exposure. With a surge of the Force, he collapses the ceiling of the hangar, causing chaos and giving himself and Maul the cover they need to escape into the shadows. Above the planet, Anakin manages to destroy the Trade Federation's control ship, ending the droid threat. Naboo is freed, and the Republic claims victory, but everything has changed. Yoda, having witnessed the return of the Sith firsthand, can no longer ignore the warning signs. Upon returning to Coruscant, he insists that Qui-Gon be allowed to train Anakin Skywalker. Yoda himself will help guide the boy, while Obi-Wan, no longer left behind, becomes a brother figure to Anakin instead of a replacement master. In the shadows of Coruscant, the wheels of politics continue turning. Senator Sheev Palpatine is elected Supreme Chancellor, just as he had planned. But this time, there is no celebration. Darth Plagueis is not on Coruscant, he is off-world, reflecting on the unexpected confrontation with the Jedi. Because of this, Palpatine never sees the chance to betray and kill his master. The infamous night of Plagueis' drunken demise never happens. The Sith Master survives, and the grand plan lives on, under his command. Under the watchful eye of Qui-Gon, Anakin becomes a far more disciplined Jedi than in the original timeline. He is patient, mindful, and powerful. His relationship with Obi-Wan is that of a true brother, trusting, respectful, and loyal. And Yoda, having witnessed the Sith's return, remains a quiet guardian over them both, taking a mere active role than ever before. In the shadows, the Sith grow stronger. Plagueis recruits Count Dooku to the dark side after Dooku leaves the Jedi Order. Together with Maul and Sidious, there are now 4 Sith, each playing their part in the continuing plan to bring down the Jedi. The clone army begins development in secret, just as before, through Sifo Dyas and the plotting of Dooku. The Jedi Council, meanwhile, continue investigating the Sith, but with little success. A decade of searching yields almost nothing. It is now the time of Attack of the Clones. Padme Amidala arrives on Coruscant, but her ship explodes in a violent assassination attempt. Surviving the blast, she's quickly assigned protection from Jedi Knights Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. But this time, they are more than just master and apprentice. They are brothers in arms. Their bond makes them a formidable team. When Zam Wesell attempts to assassinate Padme again, they catch her faster than in the original timeline. Jango Fett intervenes as before, silencing her before she can speak. But this time, Obi-Wan and Anakin are able to pursue Jango briefly through the streets of Coruscant before he escapes. From the Kamino and Dart, They trace the weapon back to the ocean planet Kamino with help from Dexter Jetster. The Jedi archives show no record of Kamino. Yoda confirms someone deliberately erased it. Anakin and Obi-Wan now set out to Kamino. They know Jango Fett is the next piece of the puzzle, and that Kamino holds answers. While Anakin and Obi-Wan leave for Kamino, Qui-Gon is assigned to continue protecting Padme. Over the past decade, Padme and Anakin have grown close, under Qui-Gon's quiet guidance. He knows of Anakin's feelings and believes in the boy's destiny. Qui-Gon and Padme know each other well, and there is a comfort in their protection. The Jedi continue the search for the truth, but in the darkness, Plagueis and the Sith are watching and waiting. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker arrive on the watery world of Kamino, their mission unfolding faster than they had anticipated. Immediately, they are confronted with an extraordinary discovery, a vast clone army created in the secret for the Republic. The existence of this army shocks them, but even more baffling is the revelation that the late Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, who supposedly died 10 years ago, had a hand in commissioning the clones. Their investigation leads them to a man at the center of it all, the notorious bounty hunter Jango Fett. Upon meeting him, Obi-Wan and Anakin are forced to a swift fight. Despite his reputation, Jango is quickly subdued and captured along with his son, young Boba Fett. However, they are not held as prisoners. Instead, they are kept under guarded custody as the Jedi seek answers. Reporting back to the Jedi Council, Obi-Wan and Anakin explain the shocking truth about the clone army and their capture of Jango Fett. In response, Yoda decides to personally lead the investigation on Kamino, accompanied by Plo Koon and Kit Fisto, to verify the army's legitimacy and purpose. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan and Anakin remain behind to interrogate Jango. Under questioning, Jango reveals little but admits he was hired by a mysterious figure known only as Tyrannus. The bounty hunter describes Tyrannus as tall, cloaked in dark red Jedi-like robes with black hair and a neatly trimmed beard, wielding a lightsaber. Despite appearances, Jango never questioned whether Tyrannus was truly a Jedi or something else. Jango also confesses that Tyrannus commissioned him to assassinate Senator Amidala, adding a dark layer to the conspiracy. Yoda, Plo Koon, and Kit Fisto arrive on Kamino to oversee the clone army and keep Jango and Boba in custody. Meanwhile, the Kaminoans inform Tyrannus that Jango has been captured, and the Jedi have uncovered the clone army. Tyrannus, in turn, reports this to his Sith master, Darth Plagueis, who views these developments as progress. Yet, Plagueis remains haunted by his failure to unlock immortality despite years of research into midichlorian manipulation. He suspects that his apprentice, Darth Sidious, might soon betray him. Unlike Sidious, Plagueis believes that Dooku, Tyrannus, is loyal to him. Back on Coruscant, Obi-Wan and Anakin piece together the clues and share Jango's description of Tyrannus with Yoda. The puzzle slowly takes a shape. The dark-robed figure with white hair and beard matched Count Dooku, the charismatic leader of the Separatists. But the revelations raise troubling questions. Why would Dooku, a supposed peaceful separatist, orchestrate an assassination attempt on a senator? And why would he secretly create an army of clones to serve the Republic? Seeking answers, Obi-Wan and Anakin travel to Dooku's homeworld of Sereno. Upon arrival, they find his castle empty. Searching the premises, they discover a hidden transmission from Dooku's palace to Geonosis, where he confers with Pogo the Lesser, a separatist leader, about the final stages of battle droid production. They immediately relay the intercepted transmission to the Jedi Council. Viewing the holographic evidence alongside Qui-Gon Jinn, they confirm that Tyrannus is indeed Count Dooku. He not only orchestrated the clone army, but is also preparing for a full-out war. The Council realizes the Republic must act first. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and a task force of 500 Jedi Masters and Knights prepare to deploy to Geonosis, where the Separatists have gathered. Among them are prominent council members like Mace Windu, Shakti, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and even Qui-Gon, who insists on joining due to his connection with Dooku. Yoda, Plo Koon, and Kit Fisto also arrive with the full strength of the clone army, straight from Kamino. Padme Amidala remains on Coruscant for safety, while the Jedi lead a full-scale invasion of Geonosis, marking the official start of the Clone Wars. This assault is far more coordinated than in the original timeline. The Jedi are generals, leading clone troopers in a combined strike against battle droids. Fewer Jedi perish, but the hunt for Dooku continues. Eventually, Yoda confronts Dooku in a fierce duel inside a hangar, though the Sith Lord escapes once again. Back in the shadows, Darth Plagueis watches events unfold with satisfaction. His grand plan is in motion, yet he remains tormented by his failure to achieve immortality and wary of Sidious's ambitions. Palpatine, meanwhile, manipulates the Senate and the Republic, keeping his Sith identity hidden as the war drags on. The Jedi have shifted focus. Only Masters lead troops in battle, while many Knights conduct humanitarian missions, strengthening bonds with the clone troopers and civilians. A year into the conflict, Sith activity remains mostly covert. Darth Maul harasses Jedi and humanitarian teams, while the dreaded cyborg General Grievous gains infamy as a deadly Jedi killer. Dooku stays politically active, but avoids direct combat. Qui-Gon Jinn ascends to the Jedi Council, sparking reform and hope. Palpatine is displeased, his dark schemes complicated by the Jedi's unexpected resilience and integrity. The war reaches a critical moment at Onderon. Grievous leads an assault, while Maul disrupts aid efforts. Qui-Gon senses Dooku's presence nearby, and the two secretly meet. In a moment of clarity, Qui-Gon persuades Dooku to return to the light side. Yoda expresses regret for losing Dooku to darkness and vows to reform the Order. Following the failed Separatist invasion, Dooku returns with Qui-Gon to Coruscant. He reveals the truth. Darth Sidious is Chancellor Palpatine, and Darth Plagueis is the Sith Master pulling the strings, and Darth Maul is the Sith assassin wreaking havoc. The Sith are divided, with Plagueis and Sidious locked in a bitter rivalry, a perfect moment for the Jedi to strike. A Jedi task force, including Dooku himself, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, Mace Windu, and others ventures to the industrial sector where Plagueis and Sidious secretly meet. But instead of finding calm, they witness a furious duel between the two Dark Lords. Plagueis betrayed by Sidious. Maul stands nearby, silently watching as the fate of the Sith hangs in the balance. Then, he notices the arrival of the Jedi. As the Jedi arrive, Maul's voice cuts through the chaos, sharp and desperate. "Masters!" The moment ignites into a fierce clash, a duel unlike any other. The Sith, fighting as individuals yet united in ruthless purpose, seek to annihilate the Jedi swiftly, their dark passion burning brighter than ever. The Jedi stand as one, a bond forged through the countless battles, their resolve unwavering as they face down the shadow that threatens the galaxy. The duel stretches on, a relentless storm of lightsabers and wills. Their air is thick with the hum of blades and the cries of warriors locked in mortal combat. The fight is long, brutal. Victory is earned with sacrifice. Among the fallen are Kit Fisto and Shakti, their lights fading even as their courage shines eternal. Qui-Gon, Dooku, Obi-Wan, and even Oprah and Ceases bear grievous wounds, scars etched not only on their bodies, but on the spirit of the Order. Yet through the sacrifice and pain, the Jedi emerge triumphant. Darth Plagueis, Darth Sidious, Darth Maul, they are all gone. The war, once raging tempest, begins to settle. The Senate is informed in solemn session. The truth is laid bare by Count Dooku, who reveals all he has learned through tireless investigation. The shadow that corrupted the Republic is exposed, the web of deceit unraveled. Bail Organa rises, chosen as the new Chancellor, determined to guide the galaxy toward healing and reform. The Separatists, fractured and leaderless, collapse beneath the weight of their own treachery. Droid armies fall silent. Their reign of terror ended. The Clone Wars, those years of bloodshed and sacrifice, finally come to a close. The galaxy breathes a collective sigh of relief, celebrating the bravery of the Jedi and the clones alike. The clones, no longer mere soldiers of war, take on the mantle of peacekeepers, guardians of the Republic's fragile new era. The Jedi, once burdened by dogma and rigid traditions, are new revered as champions of hope and unity. Their place in the galaxy forever changed. Count Dooku, having purified his lightsaber until it gleams white, steps into a new role, a teacher of younglings, the wisdom of age tempered with humility and redemption. In the hollowed walls of the Jedi Temple, a new council takes shape. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and soon Anakin, who stands ready to embrace his destiny, usher the Order into a new era of balance and openness. The rigid walls soften, replaced by a vision that honors compassion alongside discipline. Love blossoms amidst the new dawn. Anakin finally marries Padme, their bond a beacon of hope. Padme's pregnancy whispers promises of new life, new beginnings. Obi-Wan reconnects with Satine, healing old wounds as the past and present find harmony. On the balconies overlooking Coruscant, the heart of the galaxy, all the main heroes stand together. Padme, Anakin, Satine, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Dooku, Qui-Gon, Windu, and even Captain Rex and Commander Cody. Silent witnesses to future reborn. Fireworks light the sky, painting the cityscape with bursts of color and light. Celebration ripples through the streets below as the Republic and the Jedi alike step into the new age. An age forged through sacrifice, unity, and the courage to choose hope. And so, it ends. But the story lingers. The choices of a Grand Master and a Sith Master. One fateful decision to confront darkness on a distant planet at the same moment forever altered the course of the galaxy. From their clash, a new era was born. A time where light and shadow stand not as enemies, but as the balance that shapes all destiny. Alright guys, and that is it for What If Yoda and Darth Plagueis went to Naboo in The Phantom Menace. Again, I'm making this What If as, well, the theme we've kind of been doing lately with the last two What Ifs that were before this. Pretty like a pretty short What If, one part, yet really packed with information and a really full packed story. And this What If is like longer than the two previous ones, as if in like words of how long the story I wrote it, yet it's pretty much the same length, so that's kind of cool. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Also, let me know what you guys think about the title and the thumbnail, because I want some, like, you know, your guys' opinions on our thumbnails and our titles as well. If you guys think the title is good, if you guys think the thumbnail is good, please let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, I'm going to ask if you guys, you know, could leave some of your feedback of just generally the what if, what you thought, any suggestions for really anything, and suggestions for what if that you'd like to see me do. I'd appreciate that. Also, if you guys have, you know, like this what if, please do subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and once we do, we're going to do a face reveal. So yeah, subscribe, turn notifications on, drop a like if you enjoyed, and you know, to be notified about next time I post a what if, Star Wars what if. You know, we're tending to do 2 what ifs every single week. I originally said Thursday and Sunday, but it's kind of been like random. But it's still 2 what ifs a week, so yeah. And in the future, it'd be nice to do maybe even 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, as I said, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Face review soon, I hope. You know, we'll see what you guys do. Also, join the Discord server, link in the description. And do join our Patreon if you want to support the channel and get exclusive perks. Link to that in the description as well. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed once again. This is the way, and may the Force be with you. Until then, I will see you next time. Hey, you didn't watch it? Well, check out the video on the left side of the screen, which is specifically recommended for you, or check out the playlist on the right of the screen, which contains similar videos to this one, made by me, of course. Hey, remember, subscribe.